Hey guys, this is the Void of the Ravenclaw. Welcome back to my channel. New channel name, new outro. I'll work around the best, I'll figure out a better outro for right now, but for right now, let's get back to this story. In the future, I will no longer be using the what if in my thumbnails, so I already got into that on my community tab. My what ifs are pretty much fan fictions. I changed too much in my stories to be considered a what if. Like I said in my community tab, I won't be changing all my past series. They'll still have the what if in it, but any of my newer series will have its own custom title. All right, let's enough getting an explanation of things. Let's get into the story. As we start off our story off where we left off, Izuku is waking up from his room that Inko provided. While adjusting to his new living situation, he's not looking forward to attending school in about 2 weeks. He decided not to stress over it too much as he got out of bed and pulled out a spare laptop that Inko provided for him as he searched the internet to refresh himself on the history of this earth to see how it differs from his original earth that he originally belongs to. Izuku's just killing time until he has to go to Inko's lab to do a few tests so she can gauge his spider abilities with her machines that she created specifically to gauge abilities of people that has the abilities like Gwen and Silk. All of her equipment in her lab are specifically made for that sort of abilities in mind. After a few hours, Inko knocked on Izuku's door. Morning, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Don't worry, this will be pretty much painless. This will only take a few hours. Please follow me. When they got into the car, it took them several hours to get to the lab. As she turned on the lights switch, that turned all the lights on in the lab as Izuku sees all sorts of different machinery. The first test she put Izuku through was some sort of grip machine that will gauge his spider strength. Inko was quite surprised the results. He's far more stronger than Gwen and Cindy. Is that all? That's all for your strength. Please. Very good. Oh, sorry. Very good. I like the results. Please follow me. We're going to gauge how powerful your spider sense and your reflex are, or is. When Izuku entered the separate room in the lab, he saw some sort of machine that you would see at a batting cage. Instead of shooting out baseball, it shoots out small rubber balls. Now, once I turn this on, I want you to dodge every one of the rubber balls. I'm going to put this on you. This will help me to analyze your reflex time. Hold still, please. I'm going to place them on the side of your forehead. As she placed some sort of small device on the side of Izuku's forehead, that the small machine on his forehead will gauge his react time and all the fun stuff. At the small device that's connected onto his forehead will transfer all the brainwave data from his brainwaves, basically, to her main computer so she can analyze the data. When the machine starts shooting out the rubber balls at Izuku, he dive. Well, he dodged every single one of them. He even dodged the balls before the machine was even turned on. Like he could predict where the ball was going at before he even could hit him. As the machine doesn't shoot in a straight line, it shoots in all sorts of angles. Judging by the data, your spider sense is clearly more advanced than the other two. As she removed the device from his forehead and she had him go to another separate room to test his wall climbing abilities. She gathered all the data she gathered through the different tests and stored it away for future analysis. Well, looks like that's all we have for today. You did a good job. There's no reason to test with your web slinging. I've already seen that firsthand. As an alarm went off throughout the whole lab, as she ran out of the room to get to the main computer, as she put on a headset, this is Inko, Gwen. What's your status? We got ambush. She took Cindy. Oh, Gwen. She Venom. She came out of nowhere. And you know how... sorry. And you know how our spider sense don't work when she's around. God damn it, this is bad. That girl's becoming a big thorn in my side. Alright, Gwen, I'm sending you back up. I'm sending Izuku. I would like for him to go through a lot more training, but we don't have a choice in the matter right now. Understood, ma'am. I'll stay put. As Inko broke contact with Gwen, I need you to go to Gwen's location. She Venom has kidnapped Cindy. Do you mean Venom? I thought Eddie Brock was the host for the symbiote. Eddie Brock? Never heard of him. He must be the symbiote host in your world. But in this world, Mary Jane got the symbiote. She is known as She-Venom. I know you don't have your suit yet. I do have a spider suit, but I'm not comfortable wearing that. Not yet. I don't even have it on me right now. Even if I wanted to wear it. That's fine. Go as you are. Catch this. Or sorry, as she throws something at Izuku, as she tells him to catch. This has Gwen's location. Meet up with her and find Cindy. I didn't want you to go out so soon. I wanted to put you through some more training, but we really don't have a choice right now. Understood. As he ran out of the lab and immediately started to web swing to Gwen's location. As he's wearing his green hoodie, as the hood is over his face, concealing his face, so no one will see his identity. After web slinging for a couple minutes, he finally made his way over to Gwen as he landed on all fours. As he landed right next to her. So you must be Izuku. I would love to give you the proper introduction. Well, let's try this again. I would love to proper introduce myself to you right now, but we're on a bit of a time frame, and we're in a bind right now. Did Miss Inko inform you of the situation? She told me of the situation. Is there a specific reason why this She-Venom attacked you two? It's a long story. Let's just say Mary Jane has a grudge against Inko, me, and Cindy. Do you know where she would be at? This She-Venom. Unfortunately, no. I know of a couple locations where she would go to. There's a abandoned bell tower to the north. You check that out. I'll check out the other locations. Here, catch. And she tosses Izuku an earpiece. Put that in your ear. We can keep in contact that way. Be careful if you come across her. She's very aggressive, but I highly doubt she would be expecting you. You're kind of a unknown factor in this. After all, you're the new guy. Do you think your friend would be alright? Considering she's been with this she-venom for so long. Mary Jane wouldn't hurt her until she lured me and Inko out. That's probably most likely her main goal. See you soon. As she begins to web sling away to her locations that she needs to check, Izuku is making his way to the abandoned bell tower to the north. It took Gwen several minutes to get to the location. As she was relieved to see Cindy, not hurt, but she was up tied up by Venom's webbing that the Venom symbiote uses. If you're familiar with Venom, the symbiote uses the suit, or the symbiote itself uses the suit to make webbing out of his own being. So I just want to get it out of the way. I figured I would get comments down below, so something around there. So let's continue. She was tied up by Venom's webbing. She is hanging upside down. Thank God you're alright, Cynthia. Where's she Venom at? Oh, my head hurts. It's ringing. She did a number on me. She's probably at the bell tower. She was ranting how she's going to get her revenge on the three of us. She's planning to lure Miss Inko to the bell tower so she can kill her. Crap, that's not good. Izuku is walking into a trap. What do you mean? He's not supposed to be in the field yet, according to what Miss Inko told me. She was kind of forced to... Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, let's try it again. She Venom kind of forced her hand, so she had no choice to send him out. We need to hurry. Get me out of this. As Gwen gets Silk out of the webbing, back with Izuku as he's fast approaching the bell tower. As he web slings through the window of the bell tower and landed on the ground floor, he noticed the bell is missing in the tower, so he can't use the bell because it's no longer there. So he's going to have to fight with this she-venom in hand-to-hand combat instead of using the sound waves from the bell to weaken her. As he sees nothing but pitch black, the only light he sees in the bell tower is from the moon. Free moonlight, but it's not bright enough to make the whole room or the whole bell tower visible on the ground floor. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be fun. The moment she-venom noticed someone arrive, she immediately jump out of the shadows and attack Izuku. Izuku barely dodged several blows. As they both throw out a kick, as both their legs cross from each other, as they jump backwards. You're new. You must be a new recruit from that bitch. No matter. I'll play with you for a little bit. Why are you wearing a hood? We want to have a good look at you. You do smell nice. Let's have a little taste, shall we? Izuku noticed his spider senses not working. He knows he's clearly in a disadvantage. He's going to have to play this smart. He heard stories about his father. Oh, sorry. He heard stories about his father's fights with Eddie Brock when he was bonded with the Venom symbiote. Unfortunately, all the tips his father gave him to fight Venom is completely useless against She-Venom, new host. So the strategy he knows of won't work on her. Eddie Brock was a hothead, and the same tactics won't work on this host. This person, whoever he still doesn't know who Mary Jane is. He's heard the name. His father has mentioned her before, but never much in great detail. She Venom rushed towards Ezekiel and struck him with her knee in his stomach, then grabbed onto his right arm and slammed him against the wall of the bell tower. As she was, give me a second, guys. Immediately afterwards, she threw out a kick towards the wall. Izuku ducked under her foot, only to see her foot crack the stone wall from from her pure force. She gave out from a simple kick. You're a sneaky one. We're definitely enjoying ourselves. What's the matter? Not talkative? Not in a talkative mood? Don't worry. We like that about you. If you keep this up, we actually might fall in love with you. Crap. This is not good. As he engaged She-Venom in hand-to-hand combat, only for each strike to be dodged and parried, as she elbowed him on the side of the face as he skids backwards a little bit from the impact. Izuku noticed a small wooden table as he kicked up in midair and kicked the table again towards She-Venom as he used the brief distraction to shoot out web as both webs land on her shoulder as he pulled the webbing towards him as pulling She-Venom towards him and kneed her underneath the chin as he does a backflip right after kneeing her basically kneeing her in the chin, making her go flying backwards into the wall, only to see her land on the wall. While she stuck to the wall, she jumped towards Izuku, landing both her feet onto Izuku's chest, making him go flying backwards into a old church bench that was moved in the bell tower for some reason. As she pinned his arms against the bench with her web, slowly walked up to him and mounted him on his lap. You're all mine now. As she deactivated her venom mask, as she pulled his hoodie off of his head, Izuku sees a red-haired girl around the same age, around 14, staring at him with a smirk. Well, what do we have here? You're definitely cute. Give us a little kiss, Tiger. As she forcefully locks lips with Izuku. As she broke off the kiss. We definitely like you. We think we'll keep you. Before she could do anything else, she was kicked off of Izuku. Get your filthy hands off him. As Mary Jane gets up from being kicked against the wall. And she's simply smirking at Silk. What? Are you jealous? I would love to sit here and play with you all, but this is where we say our goodbyes. I'll see you real soon, Tiger. As she bolted out of the window of the bell tower, escaping in the dead of night. Damn it, she got away. I'm fully aware of that, Gwen. I'm going to kill her. As much as I would love to see you kill her, we can't do that. But it's shocking to see you so upset. I wonder why. As she's clearly teasing her friend. I don't want to talk about this. Let's help him get out of this. I hope she didn't hurt you. Off for a little bit, but nothing too serious. Nothing that I couldn't handle. What I saw, you were doing a lot more than fighting. Got it, Gwen. I wish to forget that scene. Thank you very much. Jesus, Cindy, you're acting like she kissed your boyfriend. As she stares daggers at Gwen, are you done now? That you had your little fun? Let's head back to Miss Inko and inform her of the situation. Oh, new guy, do you frequently kiss villains? Yeah, she has she's clearly trying to tease Izuku. No, I don't. That was my first kiss, and I'm not too happy about it right now. Cheer up, I'm just messing with you. You're way too serious. Well, anyways, Mr. Serious, thanks for the assist. As she kissed him on the cheek, she immediately began to make her way back to the lab after getting a very vicious look from her friend. Shortly after, Cindy and Izuku follow her lead back to the lab. After web swinging or whatever, about 20 minutes, they finally got back to the lab and debrief Inko of the situation. I'm glad you're alright, Cindy. I'm sorry about that, ma'am. She just caught me by surprise. Quite alright. It's well known that your spider sense and Gwen's spider sense doesn't work around her. I take it didn't work with you as well, Izuku? Yeah, my spider sense never went off. Not even once. There next time. Alright, team. I want everyone's debriefing. After everyone debriefed Inko of the situation, after hearing Izuku's experience with Venom, she wasn't too happy that Mary Jane might seek Izuku out in the future. Alright, team, get yourself home. We're going to get some serious training done tomorrow. Especially you, Izuku. Especially how you got Venom's attention. We need to make sure you're ready when she finally shows herself. But you did well, considering the situation. As Gwen left the lab to her home with her family. Come on, you two, let's go home. I see you're confused by the look on your face, Izuku. I forgot to mention, Cindy over here stays at the manor with me, so I suggest you two get better acquainted with each other. You two will be working a lot working a lot together in the future. The next morning, Inko bursts into Izuku's room, swinging open the blinds, from exposing the window as the sunlight blares down onto Izuku's face, waking him up. Morning, get dressed. Be downstairs in 10 minutes. We have a lot of things to do today, and I won't be going easy on you. Your training is going to be quite brutal and harsh. Welcome to Inko's boot camp. The girls are already waiting for you downstairs, so I suggest you eat your breakfast fast, and you won't be eating until lunch. It's already 6:30, so get a move on. After getting dressed, he slowly made his way down to the kitchen and sat down right next to Cindy and Stacy. In sunshine. It's way too early to deal with you right now, Gwen. She just simply giggled at him. Gwen, just leave him alone. As she turned to her friend with a mischievous grin on her face, I see you just want to be alone with your new boyfriend here. I get it. As she shut Gwen's mouth with her web, the web coming from her fingertips, covering Stacy's mouth from talking any further. Gwen just simply yanked the web off of her mouth. As Cindy is completely ignoring Stacy, or Gwen right now, Here, eat this. You need the protein. Inko's training tends to be pretty harsh. Thanks. Cindy, was it? Cindy Moon. And I'm Gwen Stacy. James Izuku Parker. After Izuku got done eating breakfast with the three of them, they met Inko outside in the backyard. Girls, you know the drill. Put on the bracelets. You too, newbie. What are these things? I'm not really much for accessories. Oh, I suppose you would want an explanation. What's with these bracelets? Very well. I'll give you the short version. Please pay attention. I won't repeat myself. These bracelets have a slight gravity manipulation. You're going to wear these while you run around the boundaries of the manor. The more your body gets used to the gravity, the more the gravity will increase on your whole body. Are you even sure these things are even safe to use? They're safe. I created them myself. It wounds me that you have so little faith in me. Be a good boy and put the bracelet on and start running. Or would you rather me release some of my attack dogs to give you the proper motivation? Ma'am, as he slapped the bracelets on his wrist, as he starts running immediately, Gwen... Well, sorry, give me a second. Cindy and Gwen start to giggle from the interaction between Inko and Izuku. You definitely have him whipped already, Miss Inko. Yes, I do, Gwen. Now, I suggest you start to run as well. Or would you rather have spent some quality time with my attack dogs? As Gwen and Stacy said in unison, yes, ma'am. As they begin to run with Izuku. After, 3 hours has passed, Izuku is still running around the matter. The two girls were already done with their training. They're only simply watching Izuku run, lap after lap after lap. Miss Nico, do you think it's a... sorry, I fucked up. Miss Nico, do you think it's a little much? Too much. Aren't you being a little hard on him? That's surprising. You seem to be worried about him. I wonder why is that? What you're talking about, I'm not worried about him. We both know that's a lie. Maybe you're right. He's doing a whole lot better than you girls when you first started training with the gravity bracelets. I'm going to head back inside. Once you finish the next 5 laps, tell him to take a break. Leave that up to you, Cindy. I'm gonna go inside and get cleaned up. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. As she gave her friend a wink, before she left to go back inside the manor. After he completed the last lap, he collapsed to the ground, breathing heavy. As he took off the bracelets, as Cindy walked up to him, placed his head on her lap, and put a water bottle against his lips so he could take a drink of water. I'm too tired to question what you're doing right now. But you weren't kidding about the training. I almost forgot she was a sadist. She definitely is a sadist. She kind of went overboard with you. Don't know why. I don't know why she is working you so hard. I understand why she's doing it, but she's a lot more harder on you than she was on us. Why don't you just lay there for a few minutes to catch your breath? Thanks, Cindy. No problem. Not that I'm complaining, but are you sure you're okay with me, my head laying on your lap like this? It's perfectly fine. You're my teammate. I would do anything with, I keep messing it up. I would do what's necessary to help you along. Even though it's a little bit embarrassing. Yeah, she's hiding the blush. As Gwen and Inko are watching Cindy and Izuku from the sliding glass door that leads to the backyard, I didn't realize they were getting that close. Interesting. They almost look like a couple. Right about that, she likes him. She might deny it to herself, but she does like him. I can see that. Of course, the green hair new guy is pretty oblivious to it, though. I know Cindy. She'll eventually make a move. She she doesn't stay idle for very long when she likes someone. And plus, I'm having too much fun teasing them. Just don't go overboard with it now. Of course, Miss Inko, it's all in good fun. But I'm more worried about She-Venom. It's only a matter of time before she approaches him again. And I have a feeling, things are going to get out of hand. He has my he has my blood in him, so of course he's a lady killer. It's only natural. What do you even mean by that, Miss Inko? I don't know what you're talking about. As she walks away from Gwen, leaving Gwen extremely confused. Both Gwen and Cindy are unaware Izuku is from an alternate Earth, and that the fact that they share the similar DNA because Inko is the complete a double of his mother from his world. Alternate version of her mother, so you basically what I know I'm going with this. According to her DNA, Izuku's technically her son. Of course, Inko is still unsure how she feels about it still. Cindy did help Izuku back inside. As she spent the whole day with Izuku watching TV, as they accidentally fell asleep on the couch. Cindy is resting her head on Izuku's shoulder. Inko went in to check on them. As she saw two of them, Inko took a few pictures of the scene. She covered them with a blanket. As she went back to her daily routine, she has a lot of reports to finish back in her office. About time when Cindy woke up, she found herself leaning against Izuku's chest. Her face immediately turned bright red. Cindy looked up at Izuku to see if he was awake or not. When she found out that he was still fast asleep, instead of getting up, she stayed in that position with a slight smile on her face as she fell back to sleep. When Cindy finally got up, she heard clicking noises as she opened her eyes to see Gwen taking pictures of them too. You delete those now. Not gonna happen. I might actually post these. As Cindy starts to chase Gwen, as Gwen starts to run outside, as Cindy gives chase, Izuku woke up. The second letter after Silk jump off the couch to chase Gwen outside. He woke up quite confused about the ruckus outside. Seeing Cindy chase Gwen, he noticed Cindy was trying to get Gwen's phone away from her. He's not going to get involved in whatever's going on. He learned from a young age women and girls are quite scary. So he doesn't want to tempt his fate. A few days has passed. Training and spending time with Cindy and Gwen. Mostly Gwen is teasing the two of them the whole time. As he's sitting in Inko's office being debriefed on a solo mission he has to take, the two girls are currently on a separate mission. You've done well in your training. You'll be going on a solo mission. Nothing too difficult. There's a local gang that's been causing trouble recently. They apparently got their hands on some high-tech weaponry. Your mission is to take down these lowlifes, either retrieve the weapons or destroy them. We can't allow advanced technology like that on the streets. But but be warned, the one who's running the show around there is known as Tombstone. He has increased durability, strength. Be careful if you engage him. He's the leader of this little gang, this little street gang. Once you have either destroyed the weaponry or captured all of them, I'll call it in. I have a few contact in the police department. They'll take care of the rest from there. Immediately when you're done, call it in. I want you to immediately evacuate the area. Do you have any questions? No, ma'am. Good. I know you don't want to wear your suit at this current time. I'm having a suit created in in the meanwhile. It's nothing too fancy, but it does have cloaking technology into it. It's going to be ready in the next couple of days. Just do your best. Best not to be seen. Good. We cut 30 minutes later as Ezekiel's approaching the abandoned construction site. As they were building the building, but they stopped halfway through. As he as he's fast approaching, while web swinging his way over to the abandoned construction site. As he landed on the half-finished building, as he web climbed his way into the window and climbing up onto the roof of it, or the ceiling of the half-finished building. Alright, you useless piles of shit. We have to sell these weapons. I want the gear loaded in the vans in 30 minutes. Or 30 minutes ago. Get moving. Last thing we need is the spider bitches to catch on what we're doing. Move faster. We're on it, boss. Izuku used the shadows in the unfinished building to take out a few members of his gang. After taking out one after one of his men, Tombstone did notice someone was taking out his men. Tombstone's hand came through the stone wall and grabbed Izuku by the neck as he throw Izuku against the wall, only to see him to stick to the wall like he was stuck there. I don't know who you are, but it doesn't matter. As he grabbed one of the high-tech weaponry from one of his goons, immediately started to open fire on Izuku. As he shot out his web on one of the metal beams on the upper floor, he immediately went into higher altitude. He's dodging gun blast. It's like a laser weapon, basically. While he's getting higher altitude. As he begins to jump off from wall to wall to get even higher, he finally found himself on the roof of the unfinished building. Tombstone wasn't too far behind Izuku. When Tombstone saw his Cory shoot up in the air, he shot the metal wiring that's connected to a device so they can move heavy machinery on the different stories. As he finally shot up, as he finally made his way to the roof. You must be one of their allies. You seem to have similar abilities. Similar abilities from those spider bitches. No matter, I'm gonna crush myself a spider. You might not be wearing a costume, but you're still a spider. You think you could come here and take down my boys and take my merchandise? Not gonna happen, webhead. As they both rush each other, as Izuku duck under Tombstone's fist, as he lands both of his hands, uses hands to kick Tombstone under his chin. as Izuku did a backflip, making contact with both his fists. Oh, give me a second. After making contact with both his fists under his chin, as Izuku shot out a thick web covering Tombstone's face, blinding him as Izuku kicked him off the building. As Tombstones fall off the ledge of the building, Izuku dive right after him. As Izuku's striking Tombstone in midair, landing several strikes to his face and landing a couple kicks to his chest, making him flying against the structure of the support beams, making the whole building very unstable. After using his web to wrap him up and throw him out of the building, he used his web to yank the support beams, compromising the building as the building falls on itself, making all the Tombstone's minions run out of the building, destroying all the high-tech weaponry that were, still in the building. As he took out the rest of the goons in fair order, as he contacted Inko, as Inko contacted her contacts in the police department. As he's completed his mission, he left immediately afterwards. After all, he had nothing left to do. As he went back to debrief Inko, after debriefing her of the situation, she was quite pleased by his performance. She already got a call from her contact in the police force, confirming they retrieved all of the high-tech weapons that wasn't destroyed by the building. They even have Tombstone in custody and his goons. Excellent work, Izuku. Why don't you head to bed? You can have tomorrow off. After Izuku said goodnight to Inko, he turned in for the night. He's pretty exhausted. As that's where we're going to cut it. I hope you guys had a good night and day. Enjoyed my time zones, and I'll catch you in the next video.